Welcome to Around the Peninsula. I'm Specialist Van Reeves. There's nothing on this earth more prized than true friendship. Army Private Joe Aleman gets a glimpse at friends just having fun.
U.S. soldiers and ROK soldiers have built and maintained an alliance like no other in the world. Having fun and competition together is a strong factor in that alliance.
We're out here celebrating 217 Day for 2nd Infantry Division and our officers, non-commissioned officers in the 17th Infantry Division. We partnered together in training and in exercises, and now we're partnering together on a day of friendly strife. This is really about relationships. It's about building a bond together. This division, 2nd Infantry Division, has been here for 50 years. We've worked over the years with our great ROK Army counterparts, and this is just a small example of that camaraderie and cohesion that has been developed over the years.
The unity between U.S. and ROK Army is important to success of the mission in Korea, and activities such as 217 Day help strengthen the alliance.
It's very important for us because we have to fight together if something happens. And so we are praying together, exercising together. Today, we enjoy together. Doing this, we tied it more tightly, and so we can fight, we can win.
Army Private Joe Aleman, Camp Red Cloud, Korea.
217 Day was held at Camp Red Cloud and featured several events that kept the participants busy. There's more than one way to skin a cat. Army Private Joe Aleman gets to experience professionalism at its finest.
Some missions present greater challenges than others, but some simply cannot be achieved without the element of teamwork.
Pretty much doing a culminating capabilities exercise that includes 4 OH-58 Deltas, there's 6 UH-60s, 2 Chinooks, and then also a live fire taking place on the ground with 127 Infantry from Schofield Barracks, Hawaii. Taking part in multiple mission briefings, AMBs, which are Air Mission Brief, and AARs with them to find out how we can accumulate and come together to put everything on one big show.
Every mission has multiple teams, and every team their leader.
My role in this mission, I'm AMC, which is Air Mission Commander of 4 OH-58 Deltas. We're conducting air assault security operations and also CCA, which is close combat attack, firing on the range over here to my right.
An exercise of this size is a great way for soldiers to show their skills and strengths as a team.
United States Army Aviation is obviously above the best, and we set the standard for rotary assets in the entire world. We have the best pilots, and we want to be able to share our skills and exemplify them on a stage like this. Coming together with other aircraft from our home station is extremely important as the 25th Infantry Division and 25th Combat Aviation Brigade. So that's pretty much why it's a big deal for us.
Army Private Joe Aleman, Rodriguez Live Fire Complex, Korea.
The training conducted at Rodriguez Live Fire Complex lasted 8 days. Selling yourself to others is a formidable task. Air Force Staff Sergeant Isaac Garden gets a first-hand look at what talent really is.
It takes courage to get on a stage in front of strangers and parade your talents for all to see. These students were part of an annual talent hunt sponsored by the Omega Psi-Phi fraternity's Lambda Xi chapter, based right here on the Korean Peninsula.
So our annual talent hunt is one of our mandated programs that we solicit talent from local high school students, and we take their unique skill sets and present them throughout the United States and overseas.
The hunt for this year's talent yielded some very promising results.
This talent hunt was absolutely amazing. So we've had poets this year. We had a young lady who drew a picture and talked about what it meant to her and how it changed her life. That was unique about this year. We had multiple piano players. We had our saxophonist, which is absolutely amazing. And we were able to bring middle school students here, not particularly for the competition, but to showcase their talents.
The judging standards for the talent hunt included stage presence, degree of difficulty, technique, and expression, to name a few. Based on those standards, the 4 judges chose a winner. And this 11th grader from Yongsan lets his music speak for itself.
It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed meeting a lot of new artists and musicians, and I think that all of them had a very amazing performance. So music for me, it began at around age 3. I still feel like I have a long way for me to go yet, because there are things that I've heard or read about or learned that I could accomplish.
With talent like this at his disposal, the 2015 Omega Sci-Fi Talent Hunt is just the start of a very bright future in music. I'm Air Force Staff Sergeant Isaac Garden, Osan Air Base, Korea.
Each member of Omega Sci-Fi pledged to take some part in the branch of extracurricular activity, continuing the tradition for the past 30 years. The thought of contagious disease creates a cold chill down most people's spines. Air Force Staff Sergeant Sarah Bryce is on a scene for a possible Ebola scenario.
It's a calm morning at Yongsan's emergency room. No life-threatening complications, no broken bones, no serious illnesses, until this guy walks in and answers positive to one very important question.
Yes, went to Sierra Leone.
So any patient that comes through the door gets screened for Ebola.
Staff Sergeant Bernal has been to Africa and is showing signs of a fever. The triage staff calls in for help.
I have a problem here.
Are you ready right now?
Yeah, could you come in?
It's all part of an infectious disease exercise, and although this is a simulated scenario, the responders are taking every precaution to protect themselves from harm.
Realistic training is the best way to train soldiers.
Now we're going to put on our boot covers.
The last thing that you want to do is wish that you had done the proper training for it.
This is the first time the ER is sending an infectious disease patient to a Korean hospital, which can take a lot of coordination.
I've contacted the Korea CDC and asked them to come and pick up the patient.
You're not going to have everything right at the first time. But the purpose of the training was not only to find out what we're doing right, but to find out what we're doing wrong so that we can fix those things.
Ebola, beware. This hospital is ready to take you on. Air Force Staff Sergeant Sarah Bryce, Yongsan, Korea.
The exercise concluded with the patient being transported to a Korean hospital. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Try spelling that. Senior Airman Stephen Ellis meets some unlikely people that probably can.
Words like hayloft, spoonerism, and exonerated are a little complicated for a normal news story, and especially for a normal third grader. But the kids at Humphreys Central Elementary School were all too ready for them.
For the first time, they had the annual spelling bee. It was a big celebration, kind of, and it was a learning thing, per se, because it's just something where kids should be able to have fun.
Improving spelling skills is one of the main benefits of a spelling bee, but it's certainly not the only one.
I think it's good. Kids get a dose of being able to get out in front of their cohorts and the adults and get a little bit of the jitters out.
It was I did feel really nervous, and it was hard to spell when you're very nervous.
Though there was only one winner, every student won the prize of experience. Senior Airman Stephen Ellis, Camp Humphreys, Korea.
Each class has its own spelling bee, and sends its winners up to the school-wide bee. This year's bee had 17 finalists. The land of the morning calm receives an unexpected visitor. Senior Airman Devin Nostein heads to the flight line for more.
The U.S. Secretary of Defense, Ashton Carter, arrives at Korea for his first visit to the Pacific region since taking office. Secretary Carter visits the Navy's 2nd Fleet Command at the Cheonan Memorial to pay his respects for the fallen sailors and speaks to troops at Osan Air Base about the U.S. presence here on the peninsula.
What makes our military the best in the world is the quality of the people that we have and the dedication of the people. And I want you to know that we also don't take that for granted.
During his visit, he met with the Minister of National Defense, Han Min-koo. Senior Airman Devin Nostein, Seoul, Korea.
The Secretary's visits focused on improving joint capabilities and deterrence against threats. That was your Around the Peninsula for Thursday, April 16th. From all of us at AFN, enjoy your evening.